Once upon a time, in a bright and peaceful forest, nestled among tall, whispering trees and sparkling, clear streams, there lived a little bunny named Luna. Luna wasn't just any bunny. She had the softest white fur, the twitchiest nose, and a heart full of curiosity and gentleness. Her favorite thing in the whole wide world was hopping through the vibrant forest, her long ears flopping with every joyful leap. She had a special routine every single morning. As the sun peeked through the leaves, casting a warm golden glow on the forest floor, Luna would start her day with greetings. "Good morning, tall, strong trees," she would chirp, patting a sturdy trunk with her paw. "Hello, you beautiful, colorful flowers," she'd say, leaning in to smell the sweet perfume of the bluebells and daisies. "What a lovely song you're singing today, little birds!" She'd call up to the robins and sparrows flitting from branch to branch. The forest always seemed to smile back at her. The leaves would rustle a gentle hello, the flowers would seem to brighten at her words, and the birds' songs would grow even more cheerful. Luna believed that a kind word could make anyone's day, and she made sure to share her kindness with everyone and everything she met. One sunny afternoon, feeling particularly adventurous, Luna decided to explore a part of the forest she had never seen before. She hopped past the familiar babbling brook and beyond the great old oak tree that stood like a guardian at the edge of her usual playground. As she ventured deeper, a strange feeling crept over her. The air, usually filled with the sweet scent of pine and damp earth, felt heavy. The cheerful chatter of the forest seemed to have faded into a low, mournful hum. Something was definitely different here. The vibrant, rainbow-colored flowers that usually stood proud and tall were now drooping, their petals wilting, and their heads bowed towards the ground as if they were too tired to face the sun. The river, which she could usually hear giggling and splashing from a distance, was strangely quiet. Its water, normally crystal clear, looked murky and flowed sluggishly. Even the sunlight seemed to struggle to pierce through the thick canopy above, casting long, sad shadows on the path. The whole forest felt a little sad, a little lonely. Luna's twitching nose wiggled, and her long ears drooped, mirroring the sorrow of the forest around her. She stopped hopping and stood very still, her little heart thumping in her chest. She closed her eyes and just listened. She listened past the silence, trying to hear what the forest was trying to tell her. She could almost feel its unhappiness, a quiet plea for help that no one else seemed to notice. "I wonder what happened here," she whispered to a little fern that was curled up tightly. "And I wonder how I can help." The thought didn't scare her. Instead, it sparked a little flame of determination inside her. She didn't have a grand plan or any magical powers. All she had was her kind heart and a desire to make things better. She decided right then and there that she would start by doing small, kind things. Maybe, just maybe, a little bit of kindness could be the medicine this part of the forest needed. She took a deep breath, puffed out her chest, and set off with a new purpose. Her first mission came just a few hops later. She saw a tiny, ancient-looking turtle struggling to cross the forest path. His little legs moved so slowly, and every pebble looked like a mountain he had to climb. A big, fallen branch blocked his way completely. Other animals might have just hopped over it and gone on their way, but Luna stopped. "Don't you worry, Mr. Turtle," she said in her softest voice. "Let me help you." She used all her bunny strength to nudge and push the branch, little by little, until she had cleared a path for the turtle. The old turtle looked up at her with his wise, gentle eyes and gave her a slow, grateful blink before continuing safely on his journey. Luna felt a little warmth spread through her chest. It felt good to help. A little further on, she met a young deer who was looking for food. The deer looked thin and was nibbling listlessly at some tough, dry grass. Luna remembered the sweet, juicy carrots she had packed for her lunch. Without a second thought, she pulled them out of her little pouch and offered them to the hungry deer. "Here," she said with a smile. "You look like you need this more than I do." The deer's eyes lit up, and it gratefully nibbled on the carrots, its tail giving a happy flick. Luna continued her work, her heart feeling lighter with every small act. She saw that the forest paths were cluttered with fallen leaves and twigs, making it hard for the smaller creatures like ants and beetles to get around. So, she began to gather the leaves with her paws, creating neat little piles on the side of the path, clearing the way for her tiniest forest friends. She hummed a happy tune as she worked, a little song of her own creation about sunshine and clear paths. And as she worked and hummed and shared, something truly magical began to happen. It wasn't a sudden flash of light or a loud clap of thunder. It was slow and quiet and beautiful. The drooping flowers she had passed earlier began to stir. As if waking from a long nap, they slowly lifted their heads, their petals unfurling to soak in the sunlight. Their colors seemed to grow brighter, from a dull, sad blue to a brilliant, joyful azure. A little further on, she noticed the river. The murky water was starting to clear, and she could see the smooth, colorful pebbles on the riverbed again. A gentle gurgling sound started, like the river was clearing its throat, and soon it was sparkling and babbling its happy song once more. The change wasn't just on the ground. High up in the branches, the birds, who had been silent before, started to chirp. First one, then another, until the air was filled with a beautiful, harmonious chorus. Their songs were louder and happier than Luna had ever heard them. It was as if her kindness was a wave of energy spreading through the roots of the trees, into the water of the river, and up into the very air itself. The forest was coming back to life, shaking off its sadness and embracing the warmth she was sharing. The heavy, gloomy feeling was lifting, replaced by the familiar peace and vibrancy she loved so much. Luna hopped from place to place, her heart soaring. She didn't know her small actions could have such a big impact. She helped a family of squirrels find a stash of acorns they had lost, and she sang a lullaby to a baby badger who couldn't sleep. With every kind act, the magic grew stronger, the forest grew brighter, and Luna's own happiness grew, too. She was just one little bunny, but she was making a world of difference. Before long, the news of Luna's kindness spread throughout the once sad part of the forest. The animals, who had been hiding and feeling down, began to come out of their homes. The turtle she had helped, the deer she had fed, the squirrels, the birds, they all began to gather around her. They didn't need to say anything at first. Their bright eyes and happy smiles said it all. The deer nuzzled her gently. The birds sang their sweetest melody just for her. Finally, the wise old turtle spoke for everyone. "Thank you, little Luna," he said, his voice slow and kind. "We don't know what happened to our part of the forest, but it was sad and tired. Your kindness was like the sun after a long rain. You helped the forest, and you helped all of us." The other animals all nodded and cheered in their own ways, a chorus of happy chirps, chitters, and squeaks. Luna felt a warmth spread from her nose to the tip of her fluffy tail. It was a feeling more wonderful than the tastiest carrot or the sunniest nap. It was the feeling of knowing you've made someone else's world a little bit better. She hadn't just helped the forest had helped her, too. In that moment, standing in a circle of grateful new friends, Luna learned something very, very important. Kindness, even the smallest act of kindness, holds a special kind of magic. You don't need to be big or strong or powerful to change the world. A shared carrot, a cleared path, a gentle word, these little things can ripple outwards and create a wave of happiness and healing. From that day on, that section of the forest was never sad again. The animals all started helping each other, just as Luna had shown them. They shared their food, looked out for one another, and always greeted each other with a smile. And in honor of the little bunny who taught them such a valuable lesson, they gave their home a new name. It was called the Kind Forest. And Luna the bunny, with her twitching nose and her big caring heart, became a gentle living reminder to everyone that a caring heart is the most powerful magic of all, helping the whole world to grow and blossom in the most beautiful way. Thank you so much for joining us for Luna's story today. We hope her kindness inspires you to do something kind for someone else. Remember, even a small act can make a big difference. If you enjoyed this story, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more wonderful tales. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.